building products on your house in Georgia. This is Investing in Georgia. My name is Alan. I'm a contractor, builder, and investor. And I'm going to go over some of the things that you should look out for in a house. These are here. I went to the wrong thing. All right. Number one, asbestos siding. Here, let me here so you can see me, my pretty face a little bit birder. All right, asbestos siding. It breaks easy. You're gonna tap this thing, and it's gonna feel like you're touching glass. Kind of, it's gonna be ping, 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 ping. But as long as they are there and in good shape, they are okay. It's when the asbestos breaks and the little thingies get in the air and you breathe them. That's when they give you cancer. So if you just have it on your house, it's fine. When you repair it, that's when it's going to become a little bit more of an issue. You can actually buy the replacements. This is what I usually see in Georgia, the stuff with a wavy bottom, like in this picture. I don't think my mouse is on there. Yeah, if you see the wavy thing on the bottom of there and it's touched like glass, it's gonna have like a little bit of a wood feel to it. That's asbestos. If you have the siding, that's asbestos as well. That's kind of anyways. You probably want to get rid of that. But this stuff is okay as long as you don't touch it. And if you do touch it, the stuff breaks. It gets in the air. Let's see. Let's move on. Oh, so siding. Usually, the most common there's was it LP Certainteed. Forget the name who it was. You can't really tell what it is when it's on the house. But obviously if you see it's broken or swollen, it's not good. If number one thing that you're gonna have a problem is if the nails are really sunk deep into it, like as it gets swollen. It's the first sign you're gonna have is that all the nails seem to be sunk really deep into the siding. Let's see what else do we got. Oh, yeah, that's all my siding issues. Yeah. Um, Electrical wiring, solid aluminum is bad. Stranded aluminum is okay, but even stranded aluminum should have this um stuff on it. Looks almost like Vaseline. Yeah. So I am a general contractor. This is all just stuff to keep an eye out for. You can home inspector will be able to tell you better information on what you're looking at. And obviously, the electrician would be the person to talk to with electrical issues. Um, if you see solid aluminum, that's bad. Stranded aluminum, it's okay. A lot of people hear the aluminum wiring is bad. They see it, they get stressed out. They think it's bad, but it's fine. All right, so we got this is another big one. You got the panel boxes. Zinsco, which also can be Sylvania GTE. You see these or Federal Pacific, you're probably just gonna have to count on a rewire for your house. This isn't to this is more to be an initial thing to look out for. It's not to be a final inspection type thing, but it's the thing that if you see these, you should pretty much plan on having to redo that work. This will save you time in your house shopping to where you even know if you want to get this house under contract and do a full inspection. You see knob and tube wiring or anything with like a cloth on it, that is bad. Mhm. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Fuses. Do I have a picture of fuses? Yeah, fuses. These aren't horrible. They are not good. So, the main thing is you can't put a ground fault um, plug on there, so it can't be around water, and they can only do up to 60 amps. So you're gonna have to replace them anyways. But I guess it's not like super dangerous. I would not recommend keeping them, but if you have to, and it's It's not exactly horrible. Positive of that, you don't have arc faults. I'm plumbing polybutylene that's usually dark gray or black. These failed in 2 ways. Not only did the pipe itself disintegrate and have these little holes and then just burst, then they one of the early lawsuits was that the connect wasn't that, it was the connectors. So they replaced all the connectors and the connectors failed too. So it's the connectors that they used and the actual pipe. So, like for example, my house when I got it, it was in that era of they replaced all the connectors, but they didn't replace the poly. I got it all replaced when I moved into my house. I didn't want to live in a house with it because you know when that stuff breaks, when you most don't want it to. At the worst opportune time. How about that? Cast iron drains. They are okay as long as they are working. You're gonna get some clogs in there, and from what we used to buy houses after the Great Recession, and a lot of the houses were sitting vacant by the banks. And it was my understanding that was the cast iron pipes, especially when they dried out for a while, they just started rusting really bad. But I mean, yeah, these are going to go bad eventually. Whether or not it's in a couple years or in 10 years, who knows? If you have it, I guess it depends where it's at and what you're doing. Okay, so water lines, lead, the absolute worst thing you can have. It's actually a little bit flexible. Yeah, you can let's see what they say. Dull silver gray color that is easily scratched with a coin. Use a magnet. Strong magnets will not cling to lead pipes. If you have a lead supply line, you gotta get it replaced. Or brass as well. It may contain lead, so at least you don't want to factor that in. Galvanized is also bad. It's not quite as horrible. Um, it's yeah, it's not bad. It rusts from the inside out, and you'll get these metal, you'll get this little brown water coming in. You don't want that in your drinking water. Obviously, a minimum, you would need like some really good filtering, and that stuff's gonna go eventually. Just a matter when. The water or plastic pipe usually be underground or copper. Those are good. This is what they look like. Lead, galvanized, copper, and poly. So I went over the siding. Oh, there's also orange PEX. If I think there was I don't know if it was formerly 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 bad, but can't use orange PEX on water supply. It's not what it's made for. One more thing was aluminum windows. So these are almost I've only ever seen them as single pane glass. So you're probably gonna want to replace them. These can be a real booger to get out, especially if you got brick siding. And they are gonna charge you probably like 75 bucks a window extra to get those out. And the way those things work is that they oh no, I hit the bracket. Or I hit there we go. They're gonna be they're gonna have the bracket um within the brick and they're gonna like have it with actual mortar. And some of those can be a major headache to get out. In my experiences, about 50% of them come out fine, no problem. About 25 to 30, 40% come out with not too much problem, and it's those other 10 to 20% that are an absolute headache and will take a long time. So most people places charge like 75 bucks extra per window to take out and replace aluminum windows. Keep that in mind. They're not inherently bad product though. Mrs. Allen, oops, invest. This is Alan, investing in Georgia. If you have any of your tips, insights that can help someone else, please leave it below. Thanks.